Good dude.
Thank you. I don't think I've ever used one of these.
I hate those things. I take them off. The cup holder. The aesthetic of it drives me crazy.
It also looks like it could turn on you.
It could.
So who do you know from Portsmouth, New Hampshire? Do you know Dave Talmadge and Steve Roy?
Man, it's been a decade or more. It's been a decade or more. We're good? All right. Good evening, Dees. How are we feeling tonight? All right. Welcome to another home of Darrin's Home for Wayward Songwriters. We do this every Tuesday. All the songwriters are wayward. And up first is Charlotta Clutter.
Thank you. Hello? Can you hear me? All right. I'm really tired because of we have a cat named Steve Earle, and he seemed lonely, so we got him a cat named Emmy Lou, and they're not getting along. They stay up all night screaming and asking for doors to be opened and closed. And when you think about it, Steve Earle has married a lot of people, and none of them was Emmy Lou, and maybe there's a reason. When you told me you were leaving, I assumed you'd take much more than just my heart. So that's why I didn't argue. I agreed it would be better if we part. But then you walked away with nothing more than you were wearing and a beat-up old suitcase. And you left me here to dig out from the mess we took so many years to make. And over all the years we two piled up together, did you ever throw anything away? No, almost never. And now you've left it all behind and you are gone. For me, the crying is all over, but the cleanup's just begun. Well, you always said the things we kept were an investment and they'd make us rich someday. After time had made collectible antiques of all the worthless things we'd saved. But time has not been kind to our possessions or to either one of us. And the only thing collectible around here's social security and dust. And over all the years we two piled up together, did you ever throw anything away? No, almost never. Now you've left it all behind and you are gone. For me, the crying is all over, but the cleanup's just begun. Now I'm looking back at all we had, and that's not hard to do because it's right in front of me. As I'm sorting through and digging out this worthless pile of useless memories. And I remember people saying, look out, you can't take it with you when you go. And now I realize too late, that's why I should have been the first to hit the road. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I'm going to do a song in each of the keys I know how to play a song in. So I did one in G, now I'm going to do one in C. I'm alone most every evening in my cabin on the hill, hoping that you 'Cause when the sun sets, you're out on the town, playing sad old songs and pouring bottles down, and my neck just isn't long enough for you. So I'm playing second fiddle to a fiddle and an old guitar and a long-necked bottle of booze. 'Cause when it's down to me or a honky-tonk night, well, the bottle and the fiddle get you every time, and my neck just isn't long enough for you. Well, if my neck were longer and I had more strings attached, I'd spend my evenings in your arms or sitting in your lap. Well, I could fret about you night and day, but mine aren't the kind of frets that you like to play, and my neck just isn't long enough for you. So I'm playing second fiddle to a fiddle and an old guitar and a long-necked bottle of booze. If I had wings, I wouldn't catch your eye. If I had strings, you'd pick me every night, but my neck just isn't long enough for you. And if I were a bottle with a long neck made of glass, you'd give me all your kisses every night, no questions asked. But as it is, I sit here on the shelf with my head on my shoulders all by myself, 'cause my neck just isn't long enough for you. And I'm playing second fiddle to a fiddle and an old guitar and a long-necked bottle of booze. 'Cause even liquored clean up to my ears, well, you'd still pass me over for a bottle of beer, and my neck just isn't long enough for you. One more thing I'm not. And if I were a fiddle, I bet you'd tune me every day. You'd hold me tight and listen close to everything I'd say. You'd stay up late just to hear me whine. I'd be crying on your shoulder nearly all of the time, but my neck just isn't long enough for you. So I'm playing second fiddle to a fiddle and an old guitar and a long-necked bottle of booze. I can't live with you, I can't live without, I can't string you up, I can't tie you down, and my neck just isn't long enough for you. No, my neck just isn't long enough for you. Thank you. Thank you, dark people. You got to interpret it however you want to, I suppose. I have a few waltzes in A, and I'm just thinking of ones that people in this room have already heard. I'm going to do one about going to the dump. I think I can do that one. I'll do one about going to the recycling center. Having trouble finding the on-ramp. I met you downtown at the recycling center. I dropped off my heart with my cans on that day. Wish I'd have known it had been better to have fell in the crusher than to fallen for you and your recycling ways. You reduce me to tears. You reuse me again and again. You recycle old can, but I keep coming back. Though the pain just gets worse, and the only gal to who you could ever be true is old Mother Earth. Come rain or come shine, you keep the bins in good order. Oh, there won't be no plastic among your glassware. But when the sun's going down and the cans are all sorted, you're out on the town having sordid affairs. You reduce me to tears. You reuse me again and again. You recycle my heart, help me make a new start. And then you crush me like a rusty old can, but I keep coming back. Though the pain just gets worse, and the only gal to who you could ever be true is old Mother Earth. Well, many a lady's had the tour of your dump shed, or ridden the bobcat upon your right knee. A man in your position gets the pickings of the women. I was a fool to imagine you'd ever pick me. Thank you. Who am I opening for? Is it you, Mr. Troubadour?
Yeah, he asked me to go next.
Wait, you're not gonna do one more?
Oh, I was just gonna. Did you say four?
Okay, I said 3 to 5.
Oh, 3 to 5. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't.
Do some more?
No, let's get Alex up here. Can I unplug?
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you for your soundsmanship.
Oh, you're welcome. Here.
That was fantastic. Thank you. You're all the way here from Portland. Bobby Kennedy. No, I started with one, but I found Bobby Kennedy on election day, and I could see shall we plug it in? Oh, you're going with it? I thought Dean Harlem?
Yes, sir.
All right, good. I'm always, names are weird. I get a weird anxiety about them.
Names give me anxiety too.
That's the hardest part about the hosting gig is the names.
So many names. So many names in the world.
So many names.
Pancho was a bandit boy. His horse as fast as polished steel. Wore his gun outside his pants for all the honest world to feel.
That's good. All right, our next performer here. Let's give it up for Dean Harlem.
Thank you, Darrin. I'm just equally as exhausted for the same, because of the same cats. Portland cats. I'm running on empty, I'm nearly broke. But like my daddy said, it's the life you chose. And I'll never settle, I won't give in. I'm gonna climb my way up to my feet again. Spent my last $20 on a tank of gas. Got a car full of speakers and guitars packed. At the show they paid me in free beer. Now I'm all alone and standing here. But I'm gonna find a way out of this hole. I've done it now a dozen times or more. The hard times don't kill you, they just tear down your soul. Rock bottom, come on, let's go. My parents were born in a foreign land. When they came here, had to start again. I left them when I turned 18. Now I'm out here chasing their dream. I'm gonna find a way out of this hole. I've done it now a dozen times or more. Hard times don't kill you, they just tear down your soul. Rock bottom, come on, let's go. I may be on the losing side, and I'll be fighting my whole life. But if there's one thing I believe, it's that someday my song will set me free. I'm gonna find a way out of this hole. I've done it now a dozen times or more. Hard times don't kill you, they just tear down your soul. Rock bottom, come on, let's go. Hard times don't kill you, they just tear down your soul. Rock bottom, come on, let's go. Rock bottom, come on, let's go. Thank you. That was a song called Rock Bottom. One of the first songs I wrote when I moved to Nashville was a song about Justin Townes Earl. This is it. This is a song called World Without Song. Maybe the angels ain't flying tonight. They grounded the planes, even grounded the light. The borders are closed, the bars are all shut. There's nowhere to go for a man in a rut. And down and out on the Lower East Side, a man with no work still has to provide. And the demons get louder when there's nowhere to hide. Your nerves start to split, your thoughts start to slide. It ain't no surprise, everyone knew. First thought on my mind, wished it wasn't true. If they say it's your fault, they're only half wrong. It's the price we pay for a world without song. Maybe the angels ain't flying tonight. They grounded the planes, even grounded the light. The borders are closed, the bars are all shut. There's no place to go for a man in a rut. So tell me, why did you hurt? I won't ask you what's wrong. I just can't live in a world without song. Maybe somewhere everything is alright, but without you this town feels too quiet tonight. Thank you. All right. I'm going to do something less depressing. This will be my last song. Thank you, Darrin, for having me up. Thank you, Chris. We'll see. If you like this song, maybe. I wrote the song as a PSA. It's a song for some of my working musician friends. It's about the things that you come across when you're playing in bars and restaurants night after night. It's called That Table Over There. Well, the night is winding down, and I've got a song or two. Before I hit the road, I want to thank each one of you. You've all been so very kind and shown me that you care. So I want to thank each one of you, except that one table over there. It's that one table over there that's just been talking the whole time. They didn't clap, didn't even look when I sang that clever rhyme. It's that table over there with no manners at all. Any moment now they'll be requesting Wonderwall. You know who you are. Well, I've played a lot of places from California to Times Square, and everywhere I go I see that table over there. It's that one special table that just takes up so much air, and tonight that table's sitting somewhere over there. It's that table over there that's just been talking through the show like a blissfully unaware herd of water buffalo. It's that table over there, they just don't care that much, you see. Calling out free bird. Well, sir, here's a bird for you for free. Well, this evening's been so special, and I've shed a tear or three, 'cause I know I couldn't do it without you all supporting me. So thank you for your kind response and showing that you care. Drive home safe, have a good night, except that one table over there. All right, thank you. I'll do a cover, if that's okay. Hope you guys paid your ASCAP and BMI licenses. This Towns Van Zandt song. Barroom girl wears those sevens on her sleeves, dances like a diamond shines, tells me lies I love to believe. Her age, it's always 22, her laughing eyes a hazel hue, spends my money like waterfalls, loves me like I want her to. Oh, Loretta, won't you say to me, darling, put your guitar on, have a little shot of booze, play a blue and wailing song. My guitar rings a melody, my guitar sings Loretta's fine, long and lazy, blonde and free, and I can have her anytime. Sweetest at the break of day, prettiest in the setting sun. She don't cry if I can't stay, at least not till she's all alone. Loretta, I won't be gone long. Keep your dancing slippers on. Keep me in your mind while I'm coming home to make you smile. who's next?
What part of Portland are you guys in? What part of Portland are you guys in? Wow. Oh. Okay, kind of, yeah. Wow. Oh, okay, yeah. That's it. Very cool. I've just been there. I used to want to live up there. Is it strawberries? Yeah.
It's been a minute since we done this.
Yeah, I got a better guitar now.
Oh, cool.
Wow. Trainer. What was it?
Like Wii Sports Trainer.
I got it.
My nickname in high school was Wii Sports. Yeah, no.
I'm bad with names. Let's hear it for Dean Harlem. Come on, you can do a bit better than that. There we go.
Thanks.
Up
All right.
next, we have.
Alex Trailer.
Woo!
Hi, everyone. Looks like I know most of the folks here. So I'm from the great state of Alabama. I'm been here about 2 years, so I'm gonna play some songs, old, new, and everything in between. So this one's called "Talkin' China, Swallow World Paranoid Blues." I wrote it after a John Mayer segment. Haven't played this song in a while, so I'm gonna play it. Well, I'm just an average common guy, living that simple old American life. Well, I've had my ups and I've had my downs, been all over this lonesome town, just trying to keep the peace. Well, I got up and I walked around, up and down this lonesome town. Stood wondering which way to go, hooked a left on Gallatin. Oh boy, look out. Walked on down to the vaccine station, thought I had myself a little noonday vacation. Flip the television screen on, there's Bill Mayer in real time. He's saying the Chinese are coming around. Up in there, they's under the ground. Out in the sea, they's up in the sky. They's all over. Wowee, scary. I started to panic and I started to sweat. I figured they's at home in my silverware set. Well, I looked behind a picture frame. Got a shock that hit my brain. Them Reds did it. Hardcore national ones. Well, I didn't know what I was going to do. Figured I need somebody to talk to. Called up my therapist and said, man, can't you help me at all? Ho Chi Minh's gonna kill us all, Red Scare. So I stopped by one of them fallout shelters, stocked up on some vegan Alka-Seltzer. Well, look at me. Real healthy American. Chinese can't catch me now. Look out. So I figured I'd join up with the Well, I had my eyes out for them Chinese spies, kind of like Truman Roosevelt, that McCarthy guy. So I figured I'd join up with the FBI. Strap me on a badge, walking down the road looking for 'em. Well, look out, I'm a real federal agent now. Figured I'd put a little raid on the Panda Express, my gun in my hand and my badge on my chest. Yelled, hands up, you communists. We're no Chinese in there, only Puerto Ricans. Hate crime. Thanks. Thanks. I'm going to play another song here. Moving to the sad territory, I guess. So this is a ballad song called Ballad of Terrell Peterson I wrote. I've played it at a few songwriter things, but never here or out, so I'm going to play it here. It's a ballad about a young boy back in the 90s, kind of failed by the justice system. That's what the case is known for, so I just heard it and wrote it kind of out of anger and frustration. So that's this song. Well, may God have mercy on this poor soul. His name was Darrin Peterson, and he was beaten and all bruised up, and suffered a fate worse than death. He's born with cocaine in his blood, and he's beaten and all bruised up by his mother, sisters, and brothers, and slept with broken bones on the floor. And his own mother often beat him, tied him to a bench and beat him. 'Cause he said he was always being bad, but he'd scrounge for food like a wild dog at school. But all he got were grits and water. Well, the doctor found him all scarred up, like he was on some battleground. From his beatings, cuts and bruises, and his lacerations burned by poison. He was buried in a shallow grave right outside of Atlanta, which stood lonely at midnight, and now with every passing moon, and some lies began to spread around to protect the office of social service. When those lies slipped through the cracks, high office people, they all scattered. Well, may God have mercy on the soul who's to blame, felled by the high courts of justice, and the lawyer who forgot his name, and the judge who turned her eyes from him. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna do another, I guess, more uplifting song, harmonica song. Yeah, it's kind of set the mood there, I guess, but that'll change. So this is a song I wrote originally about cars, but then I try to add a deeper meaning to it. I mean, take from it what you will. It's called "Chasing the Wind." We'll build a house of stone, holds fast against the wind, and build a cannonball that flies off into the sand, and build a better world where everybody can stand. But you're only chasing the wind, my friend. You're only chasing the wind. And plant an apple tree way deep down in the ground, and plant mustard seed garden where every hungry mouth's to feed on. But you're only chasing the wind, my friend. 'Cause you're only chasing the wind. And show me a road down where no man has gone before. And show me the leaves that fall dead down on the ground. And show me a prison where every falsehood victim is found. But you're only chasing the wind, my friend. You're only chasing, you're only chasing the wind, my friend. You're only chasing the wind. Thank you. Oh, sorry about that. Okay. I'll make this one, I guess, my last one. It's another ballad song. And, you know, Chris Emmert actually I was thinking about this when I was thinking about the songs I was going to play tonight. He said, like, sometimes you just make a set list, not even knowing it, and it's just all ballad songs. And I just had, like, 3 of those bunched up, and I'm like, man, I can't just do 3 ballads in a row. You know, so this is going to be the last song. I'm going to change my tuning, my guitar. Okay, this is called The Ballad of Riley McSpade. It's kind of the melody's based on an old folk song here, so I'm gonna, if anyone recognizes it, I'd like to know about it. Riley McSpade wasn't guilty, so they say. Riley McSpade wasn't guilty, so they say. He was not in this county. He is 1,000 miles away. Preacher's daughter, so they say. But he killed the preacher's daughter, so they say. They had no fair trial, they just let him away. But Riley McSpade wasn't guilty, so they say. Riley McSpade wasn't guilty, so they say. He was not in this county. He's 1,000 miles away. Well, they broke in up with chains and dragged in through the town where they broke in up with chains and they dragged in through the town. They let him up on a hill up to the old graveyard ground. Rowdy McSpade wasn't guilty, so they say. Rowdy McSpade wasn't guilty, so they say. He was not in this county. He's 1,000 miles away. Well, they took him out at midnight and they strung him on a tree. Well, they took him out at midnight and they strung him on a tree. It was there, no one saw him, nobody could hear his pleas. But Riley McSpade wasn't guilty, so they say. Riley McSpade wasn't guilty, so they say. He was not in this county. He's 1,000 miles away. Thank you. Yeah, I guess that's it for me. Thank you.
I'm sorry I got your name wrong, man.
That's all good.
It wasn't intentional.
Oh yeah, I know. Some people do that. It's all right.
No, that I just didn't want you to think I was.
Oh yeah.
All right. You ready? She's ready.
Harmony Sovereign.
So I'm checking it out.
I
don't know anything
did.
about guitars.
Do what?
I don't know anything really about guitars.
You know, I don't really, like, I just know when I think they sound good. That sounds good. That sounds not good. You know? Extent of my knowledge.
Let's give it up again for Alex Traylor. Yeah. How's everybody doing tonight? Good? Good? All right, good. It's a nice little night we got going on here. All these friendly faces.
Might be, I don't know if it's all the way up or all the way down. Now it's all the way up. Check, check. Hey, 1, 2. Yeah, yeah. Easy peasy. Thanks, Chris.
Ladies and gentlemen, can you please put your hands together for Van Darrin?
Thanks. This is a true story about a sparrow that fell in love with the sea. It's called The Sparrow and the Sea. Sparrow sails to the ocean, I long to feel your sway. I may never sail your currents, I may never know your ways. If I could breathe on the water, it would be so serene. I'd dive right into your arms of aquamarine. But you are something I can only dream about, something I must learn to live my life without. And I can see you, though I can reach you, you are still all I want, all I want, all I want, all I want. The sea says to the sparrow, I would join you and fly. If my waves could be the wind, I'd be with you tonight. I would turn this water into wings to be right where you are. Until that day, I'll sink below and watch you from afar. But you are something I can only dream about, something I must learn to live my life without. And I can see you, though I can reach you, you are still all I want, all I want, all I want, all I want, oh. You are something I can only dream about, something I must learn to live my life without. And I can see you, though I can't reach you, you are still all I want, all I want, all I want, all I want. Thank you. All right. Forgive me, I'm really bad at talking. This next song is a song that I wrote about my biological father. He passed away suddenly about a decade ago, and about 5 years in, I realized I was still having trouble saying goodbye. So this song is a collection of memories that I have with my dad, where I'd visit him every other weekend in his single wide trailer, and we didn't have room for a Christmas tree, so he put rainbow-colored Christmas lights in the shape of a Christmas tree on the wall, and that's where we put our presents. And in a way, I like to think that he's alive in this song. This song is called The Woods. Innocent wading through the weeds, amber hay-colored leaves, fingers floating through the breeze, paving their own road, past the forest, through the trees, further than you wanted me. I knew the woods were were haunted, but they always felt like home. And Georgia's smiling, changed eyes, rainbow-colored Christmas lights, in the hall of our single wide, where you watched me grow. Matchbox cars and a tire swing, Hulk Hogan and the trampoline. I knew the woods were haunted, but they're all I've ever known. Your heart was like a big drum, a wild bird ever humming, a fire forever burning, till one day it just stopped. Never got to say goodbye, but I still see your eyes in mine. I knew the woods were haunted, but they never left me lost. Long before we came along, there were faces in the paneled walls, sunbeams down the hallways where I prayed to the Lord. You lingered like a memory, still waiting on an apology. I knew the woods were haunted, but I don't go there no more. I was telling my friend Coralie, I was like, I spent all day recording that song in the studio today, and it doesn't sound anything like that anymore. So glad I didn't fuck it up. All right, I'm gonna play you guys another kind of new song. I don't consider myself a country artist, but I think accidentally I am. This is like the countryest song I've ever written. Also, thanks, Darrin, wherever you went, for having me tonight. I didn't know that just by coming to my friend Kristen's show and your show that you're gonna just let me come up and do my thing too. So thanks for having me. This song is called Bad Idea. It was a bad idea, but we had a good time. It was a bad idea, darling, but we had a good time. The mistakes we made were ours, ours alone. But at the end of the day, I never wanna hear you say it was a bad idea to have another drink, take you on the floor, letting you lead, all the way we sway in each other's arms. How could we know it do any harm? It was a bad idea, but we had a good time. It was a bad idea, darling, but we had a good time. The mistakes we made were ours and ours alone. But at the end of the day, I never wanna hear you say it was a bad idea. Going out last night, taking your hand, holding it tight. But mark my words, please don't regret a thing, 'cause everything we felt was meant to be. It was was a bad idea, but we had a good time. It was a bad idea, darling, but we had a good time. The mistakes we made were ours and ours alone. But at the end of the day, I never wanna hear you say, oh, at the end of the day, I never wanna hear you say. It was a bad idea. Sorry, you don't have to clap twice. I actually want to end it that way. So thanks for letting me. Let me have it both ways. It is tricky. All right. Yeah. Charlotta and Dean and Alex Trailer. Wait, what is that your right? Am I saying it right? Yeah, Trailer? Okay, cool. Yeah, you guys are great. So great. Dean, that was my first time hearing you. I appreciate it. I'm just going to do one more, right? That's cool. I have a really bad habit of listening to the same sad song for like days at a time. And I think in a lot of ways, love is kind of like that too. I don't know. So this song is called Masochist. Must be the masochist in me. It's like I'm asking you to make me bleed. Every time you break my heart, you leave a little less, but I'll give you everything that's left. I ain't never been afraid of death. Some might say I live for the torment. Hold my head beneath the sea, aching for another breath. I ain't never been afraid of death. Must be the masochist in me. It's like I'm asking you to make me bleed. Every time you break my heart, you leave a little less, but I'll give you everything that's left. I choose love every fucking time. Hold my heart right against the fire. I would rather be burned, 'cause the pain is worth it. I choose love every fucking time. Here just a speck of dust. I could disappear with a single touch. Hanging in the air, begging you to fuck me up. I stand me break my heart. You leave a little less, but I'll give you everything that's left. Oh, I'll give till there's nothing. Thank you guys so much. My name is Darrin. Y'all have a great night. Darrin Bradbury up next.
Is it safe?
I didn't realize I put all sad, slow songs in the slow, you know? It happens.
It happens. Most of what I write is sad and slow, so. Or have written, I should say.
Very nice.
Thanks.
Sounded great as always. Brought a little class to this operation.
And a little sass.
Class and sass. I hate that. Always have.
Oh, yeah. It's like a little corkscrew.
Do 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 do. Just a little more vocal. Do 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 do. A little reverb sauce, and just a little higher. Do do. There we go. Let's hear it for Darrin. My name is Darrin Bradbury, and it's my job to close this out. I'd like to thank all the performers who performed tonight. Charlotta, can we hear it for her? Can we hear it for Dean? Can we hear it for Alex? And Van again, she gets a third applause. There was a strange bird out on the wire, a peculiar bird, no he couldn't fly. He snuck through the antenna of my RCA TV and out the mouth of Walter Cronkite. Tell me, why'd you come here? Said Coca-Cola, Judas Priest, and Captain Crunch. And the strange bird put on this strange hat. So I showed him to the door and I wished him luck. Tell me, where are you going? Said Algiers to find Dwight Yoakam and crack cocaine. Then the strange bird tipped his strange hat and walked off singing in the rain. Do 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 do. Thank you. The American life is, oops. The American life is French fries, flags, and hot dogs. Decorative explosions on mutually agreed upon days. In the cold fourth quarter, the family flocks to the shopping mall. As in America, we buy our blues away. You get the same Big Mac here that you get in Tacoma, Washington. Get the same Big Mac under the stars in Santa Fe. You get the same Big Mac out on vacation at the Hoover Dam. You get the same Big Mac right here if you just stay, watch it on TV. The American life is franchised fear and cow milk. The American life is the presumption that people are dumb. The American life is fried chicken taking a political stance. It's a church built like a stadium. So God bless your ignorance. Guess we are what we seem. The toothless attendant behind the Texaco counter has the saddest brown eyes that I have ever seen. Do, 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 do. I'm gonna do my two America is Screwed songs in a row. Well, the blue highways, they're all covered in dust. Time keeps rolling like an old gas pump. All that I can see is I can see that we're fucked, but fucked is where we'd like to be. So I sing my song for the native who earned her scalp. Say a little prayer for the miner, can't find his way out. For the junkie who ain't giving up till you put $1 in his cup. All the blue highways, they're all covered in dust. Yeah, the blue highways, they got wicked turns. Keep your eyes to the left, the lessons you've learned. Time is on fire and I'd like to watch it burn like a Buick on the side of the road. So I'll sing my song for commuters who ain't coming back. Say a little prayer for the mouse and whoever set the trap. For the white t-shirt rolled up in the abandoned pickup truck. All the blue highways, they're all covered in dust. Yeah, the blue highways, they're the ones I love, and it ain't worth a damn if it ain't bound to rust. All that I can see is I can see that we are love, and love is what we ought to be. Love is what we ought to be. Love is what we ought to be. Early one morning the sun was shining and I was laying in bed, wondering if she changed at all, if her hair was still red. There folks, they said our lives together sure was gonna be rough. They never did like Mama's homemade dress, Papa's banquet wasn't big enough. And I was standing on the side of the road, rain falling on my shoes, heading out for the East Coast. Lord knows I'd paid some dues getting through. We were tangled up in blue. She wasn't married when we first met, soon to be divorced. Helped her out of a jam, I guess, but I used a little too much force. So we drove that car as far as we could, abandoning it out west, splitting up on a dark, sad night, both agreeing it was best. She turned around to look at me as there was a walking away, and I heard her say over my shoulder, yeah, we'll meet again someday on the avenue. We were tangled up in blue. I had a job in the great north woods, working as a cook for a spell. Never did like it all that much, and one day the axe just fell. So I drifted down to New Orleans, looking not to be destroyed, where I got me a job on a fishing boat docked outside Delacroix. But all the while I was alone, yeah, the past was close behind. I seen a lot of women, but she never escaped my mind. Night just grew. It was tangled up in blue. She was working at a topless place, and I stopped in for a beer. Just kept looking at the side of her face, and the spotlight so clear. Later on, when the crowd came down, I was just about to do the same. She was standing there right beside my chair, said, "Don't tell me, let me guess your name." And I muttered something underneath my breath. She studied the lines on my face. Well, I must admit, it felt a little uneasy when she bent down to tie the laces of my shoe. I was tangled up in blue. She lit the burner on the stove, offered me a pipe. Thought you'd never say hello, she said, you look like the silent type. Yes, she opened up a book of poems, handed it to me. They were written by an Italian poet from the 15th century. And every one of them words rang true, and they glowed like burning coals, pouring off of every page like it was written in my soul from me to you. I was tangled up in blue. So I lived with them on Montague Street in a basement down the stairs. There was music in the cafes at night and revolution in the air. Well, he started into dealing with slaves and something inside of me died. She had to sell everything she owned and froze up inside. And when it finally, the bottom fell out, yeah, I became withdrawn. The only thing I knew how to do was to keep on keeping on like a bird that flew. I was tangled up in blue. Well, now I'm going on back again. I gotta get to them somehow. All the faces we used to know, they're an illusion to me now. Some are mathematicians, some are truck drivers' wives. Don't know how it all got started, man. I don't know what they're doing with their lives. Yeah, but me, I'm still on the road, heading for another joint. We always did feel the same. We just saw it from a different point of view. We were tangled up in blue. I learned how to play that song in its entirety when I was around 18 years old, and it's the only one. I know 2 covers, that and You Don't Mess Around with Jim by Jim Croce. Those are the only 2 cover songs I know. Sometimes a handful of John Prine songs I can work my way through, but I've been doing that my whole career. That was a joke on me. That was impressive. Save the jokes for the songs, Darrin. Damn it, damn it, damn it. This is an old song I got. I wouldn't say it's able to drive, but it's definitely on its freshman year in high school. Some do it for the money, some do it for the fame. I do it for the way my baby says my name over motel oatmeal, mountains of shame. Complimentary coffee with a complimentary stain. I can hear my baby crying 7 states away. Motel oatmeal and mountains of shame. Motel oatmeal and mountains of shame. Days in, nights out, long dumb drives and nothing to talk about. Days in, nights out, long dumb drives with nothing to talk about. You in a band? Oh yeah, I am. Will you play Freebird, man? You in a band? Oh yeah, I am. Will you play Wagon Wheel, man? So for those of you that are long-time attendees of the show, attendees, that sounded naughty. I usually wear a pair of coveralls, but I recently got these new jumpsuits that I like to refer to as murder suits. And today I went into Home Depot to pick up a piece of a shower that I'm doing a remodel at my house. And the guy was like, "Are you a contractor?" And I was like, "Yep, I'm a contractor." Everyone I know is having a tough time. Everyone I know standing in line. Everyone I know knows something that I don't. Everyone I meet is an unfaithful bride. Everyone I see, they don't need a ride. Truth be told, I can tell they're walking home. Don't want to talk, just want to stay on hold. Don't ask no questions, sailor, just pass the rope. Want to wear a top hat, want to sing the news. I want to walk through the quiet side of hell with my brand new pair of shoes. 'Cause everyone I meet has got an opinion. Everyone I love stuck doing the dishes. Everything I know, I have learned to let go. Everything I've ate, well, it's needed a little salt. What you thought was safe, it's never even in the vault. And the truth is told, everybody knew the code. Well, I want to scream, but I know you're reading. Don't mean to lead you on, by foot it's deceiving. Wanna wear a top hat, wanna sing the news. I wanna walk through the quiet side of hell in my brand new pair of shoes, 'cause everyone I meet has got an opinion. Everyone I love stuck doing the dishes. Everything I know I have learned to let go. That song was written maybe about 9 years ago after a taxi cab drive through Manhattan, and it was from the perspective of the taxi cab driver, I suppose, when I wrote it. But this song appears on the same EP on Bandcamp called Death in My Left Ear. And I don't play it often, but I'm gonna try to get through it. It's called If I Gotta Die. If I gotta die, well, I hope I die being murdered by someone I love. A little bit of trust will go a long way when you're making that big jump. Well, I hope the greatest love I know wraps his skinny hands around my neck and whispers sweetly, I love you, honey, as she strangles me to death. Whispers sweetly, I love you, honey, as she strangles me to death. I don't want to die in a car wreck or falling in a big jet plane. Ain't had a peaceful sleep yet, so why the hell start today? Remember that set of cutlery from Bed Bath & Beyond? Keep those blades sharp and ready and send me back where I belong. Keep those blades sharp and ready and send me back where I belong. 'Cause if I gotta die, well, I hope I die being murdered by someone I love. A little bit of trust will go a long way when you're making that big jump. Yeah, I hope the greatest love I know wraps her pretty hands around my neck, whispers sweetly, I love you, honey, as she strangles me to death. Whispers sweetly, I love you, honey, as she strangles me to death. What's unreleased on that EP is I used to do I did a lot. I used to do 3 covers. The 3 covers that I could do were Tangled Up in Blue in its entirety. And when I first started doing it, I had this little gimmick, and this was back in the coffee shops in New Jersey about 20 years ago or so. And I would say I can do Johnny Cash, Bob Dylan, and Bruce Springsteen all doing Tangled Up in Blue, and I would have them do different verses. And I can do You Don't Mess Around with Jim, and I can do Last Caress by the Misfits. Those are my 3 covers. But on that EP, there was an acoustic version of Last Caress that got dropped because my mom didn't like it because it had naughty sentiment. I'm a bit of a mama's boy. I was born in a busted world. Threw my lover off the tilt-a-whirl. I got snakeskin boots and a tinfoil hat. An 83 Marquis, a record contract I got on the line. Said we are strangers here in stranger times. Said, my son, you want to know the truth? The whole thing is a joke and the joke's on you. The whole thing is a joke and the joke's on you. I got blood on my shirt and piss in my jeans. Taking someone's mom out for ice cream. Cold as the water, smooth as a stone. Sometimes you sink to the bottom just to be alone. I got God on the line. We are strangers here in stranger times. Said, my son, you want to know the truth? The whole thing is a joke and the joke's on you. The whole thing is a joke and the joke's on you. Sometimes the joke you come up with is stupid. Do you want to hear a stupid joke? It didn't make it to the recorded version released on Anti-Records, but it made it to the walls of my bedroom. Because I don't know if you're like me, but sometimes you're just tempted by a rhyme or a line that you just can't resist, like a moth to a flame. It's a dumb one, though. I'm just warning you. I got God on the line, so we are strangers here in stranger times. Said, my son, you want to get on a level. You can beat your dick, but you can't beat the devil. You can beat your dick, but you can't beat the devil. This one's for Coralie. This is a newborn. This song just learned how to walk. So I used to have this job at a vintage clothing warehouse. It was the import and export of vintage clothing by the metric ton. And it would come in these very large bales that were about 1,000 pounds apiece. And my job was to go into the warehouse every morning with this dude named Charlie and unsnip the bale and sort the clothing out. It was all mixed and assorted clothing, Levi's, Wranglers, all sorts of shit that y'all are wearing right now. And then vintage clothing stores would come and buy from us wholesale. And then they would make their selections, and then it was my job to deliver them. So this song was birthed out of, I always loved when I got a break to drive the van to make a delivery in the New York metropolitan area where I'm from, because I was able to put on the college radio stations, and I would listen, and they would play cool stuff from the 90s like Greg Brown and Dan Byrne and Dar Williams, all my favorite writers. And this song sort of came out of that, and it'll make sense why I told the story. I was in the heart of Newark. I was driving a truck, delivering 50-pound bags of these used high heels. I was out on a ledge, was down on my luck, empty as the skyline in an old newsreel. Take your sister's car, head up 7 Lakes Drive, just to stare at something that won't stare back. Leaving this place, it's a goddamn birthright. 'Cause sometimes where you are ain't exactly where you're at. Yeah, sometimes where you are ain't exactly where you're at. My New Englanders will get this next line. Yeah, I took a train to get here that no southern boy could sweat. Walked from the subway station with a pebble in my shoe. When the old man wasn't looking, yeah, I snagged some street flowers and I gave them to your mama, hoping she'd give them to you. Tell me, Maria, is the radio playing some of them classic songs? Maybe some Bruce. There's a heat wave going through this city. Prop the fan up in the window, let it dance around the room. Prop the fan up in the window, let it dance around the room. Yeah, he'll lie to you like the New York Post. I at the corner store and strike your heart with fear. I will lie to you like some foolish poem. When the bombs blow up Broadway, I will whisper in your ear, Janie, don't worry. It ain't nothing. Hearts like ours, we can't take. See, there's this heat wave going through this city. Looks and sounds like my big break. I guess it's time to play the hit song now. Bet y'all didn't know I have a hit song. According to Spotify, this song is encroaching on 200,000 plays. I know. If I could find out where these people are, I'd go and play for them, but I mean, I don't have access to those kind of analytics. It was Nathan the entire time. Well, I sit at the kitchen, stare out the window at two squirrels running through the yard. I presume them both lovers chasing after each other, though chances are they are not. Then the one squirrel turns its head and looks me dead in the eye. As a hawk swoops down, lifts the other off the ground. And we both wave Juliet goodbye. On the kitchen table, there's a pile of junk mail. I pretend they're postcards from exotic lands. This one's from Howie, and he sent it from Maui, so we should take the time to refinance. Then the skim milk pours down all over Cereal Town, for I am the god of Cereal Town. And the clusters unclust, and the bunches combust, and all the gods, oh children, drowned. Eat your heart out, Putin. Which is some fucked up shit. I did not like the news this week. It's like we got enough fucking problems, you know? We don't need nuclear war. And sovereignty with Ukraine, man. That's some fucked up shit. See, it is what it is, since it was what it was. Stains on the grain made by coffee cups. Kind of looks like Saturn or a Death Star with the knot in the wood and such. Well, the telephone rings, though it doesn't really ring. These days it's just a figure of speech. It beeps and it flashes and it sonically harasses all the thoughts that I'd really like to keep. But you call just to say that you hope I'm okay. And quite frankly, I don't know what you mean. Suppose I'll do a couple more. Everybody feeling all right? What kind of song do you guys want to hear? I did Strange Bird already. You were outside. Oh, I don't know any Marty. Oh, well, hold on. I wrote this one in New Orleans. I wrote, this is a true story. I wrote this song in a motel in New Orleans. It's called Junkie Love. She said, Jimmy, there ain't no one in this whole wide world I wouldn't screw for you. Jimmy said he ain't found a back alley yet that he wouldn't walk through. Cindy says the motel AC is what's making her sick. So Jimmy cracks the window, lets the sound of the gunshots in. And they called it junkie love. It's in her needles, it's in her blood. And they called it junkie love. Jimmy don't say much, his eyes connect the dots between his fingers and his toes. Cindy looks nervous, stares the cracks in the curtain. She is running out of minutes on her phone. Cindy says things are tough, but Jimmy's always got a plan. And there's a Love's truck stop down the road if things get that bad, and they do. 'Cause they called it junkie love. It's in her needles, it's in her blood. And they called it junkie love. Well, the headboard knocks between fluorescent thoughts and the sink drips off beat. Someone bangs on the door, Jimmy's feet hit the floor, and the motel angels sing. Cindy lets Jimmy know that the wire went through. Jimmy says, I guess that your parents, they still love you. And they do. 'Cause they called it junkie love. It's in her needles, it's in her blood. And they called it junkie love. And we sold the puppy for drugs. I'll do one more. So I do this every Tuesday night. I hate to do a little bit of self-promotion about it, but after 15 or 20 years or so, I'm seriously considering not touring anymore, so this might be the only thing I do. So if you like coming out here, and you like hearing new songwriters, and you like dealing with my dumb ass for about a half an hour, keep coming back and inviting your friends. And if you have songwriters that you know that would like to play this stage, I believe when I first got to town, which was almost 10 years ago, there were a lot of open places to play and to really hone your craft. And Dee's is a very special room. It's got a loud bar, but you can make it quiet or you can make it loud. So it's a good room to practice in. I'm gonna try this one, and Alec, you're gonna have to help me if I fuck up the lyrics. This is called Elmwood Park, which is the title track of an album I have called Elmwood Park, a slightly melodic audiobook. Well, it's just another beautiful day here in Elmwood Park. I got my new baseball uniform on, waiting in the back of the family car. Mom waves to the neighbors. The neighbors do the same. You know, I was promised ice cream after the big ball game. Well, the Buick door slams. Dad puts the car in drive. We head down a freshly paved road through an endless blue sky. Dad looks at Mom. Mom looks at Dad. Says that the Democrats win in 60. Guess it can't be all that bad. Oh man, don't time fly like a bullet through the brain and out the eye. Those summer days, riding with the top down. Papa's heart's a hose bent. Mama couldn't cry, so the sprinklers wept. Those summer days, riding with the top down. 'Cause it's just one of those beautiful days here in Elmwood Park. Coach put me out in left field. Man, that walk was far. You know, Dad played shortstop before heading overseas. He said it was thinking on his American toes that helped us beat the Japanese. And that's why they all play baseball now. What a guy. Real smart. Oh man, don't time fly like a bullet through the brain and out the eye. Those summer days, riding with the top down. Papa's heart's a hose bent. Mama couldn't cry, so the sprinklers wept. Those summer days, riding with the top down. Those summer days, riding with the top down. 'Cause it's just one of those beautiful days here in Elmwood Park. Well, I'm sitting in the dugout waiting for my turn to be an American baseball star. Coach looks at me, says, "Kid, it's time to take the plate. You know, I was promised ice cream after the big ball game." So I grab my bat and I take my stance. I look that belly itcher in the eye and I spit into the sand. Well, the pitcher looks forward. The pitcher looks back, lets that ball loose, close my eyes, swing. And smack. Well, when I came to, you know, my face it was swelled and bruised. I didn't notice the blood until I saw it on my shoes. Well, the crowd had gathered around, but I wouldn't let Dad see me cry. I was just one teardrop away from kissing that ice cream goodbye. Oh man, don't time fly like a bullet through the brain and out the eye. Those summer days, riding with the top down. Papa's heart's a hose bent. Mama couldn't cry, so the sprinklers wept. Those summer days, riding with the top down. Thank you all very much. My name is Darrin Bradbury, and we will see you next Tuesday.